would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see a team from the American, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a fellow opponent from the American, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So East Carolina's offense will take the first swing of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. To the air, it's Hauser. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit, because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Owls offense will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
The give to the tailback. There he goes. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Simon. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got him. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And the Owls will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Stewart. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Owls! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell a quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Back to pass, it's Hauser. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
The play action fake. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Smith. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The offense set for a 1st down play. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Pirates can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Trying to get it in. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And the Pirates didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, ECU! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Back to pass, it's Simon. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Gets the back moving. He's in open space downfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. Great job by the quarterback to beat the blitz by getting rid of the football, and as a bonus, they get the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a good example of a quarterback knowing where his answers are. He sees the blitz coming, he finds his running back running out of the backfield, and they're able to make that defense pay.
Right on the money. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll leave it with him. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
To the air, it's Simon. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Jones. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Temple lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Grab behind the line. It's Wiles. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The Pirates come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. It's complete to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
And the Pirates will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pirates kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking for space, it's Montgomery. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Hauser. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Makes the catch. It's Riles. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Back to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but This is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Simon. Dumps it to the back. Caught near the sticks, it's Smith. That's the kind of play that can really get you going if they get it out to the 36.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Irvin.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
And the Owls really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hauser. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. He leaves it with his back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
And the Pirates come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Using the quick game. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. They'll immediately call timeout. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle. It's Riles. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Lincoln Financial Field.
The Pirates will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Simon. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Jones. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll run play action. Under fire. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Pirates are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll keep it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Catch in the middle, it's Montgomery. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Pirates look to do some damage in the red zone. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
So that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Trying play action. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Lets it go to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
There ain't no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He wants to throw it. Battered at the line and incomplete, and that's a great way to play pass defense if you can get the pressure. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The play action fake. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Off the play fake on 1st down.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They're going to run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Power football with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Hauser. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield. It's Riles. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
2nd down coming up. Quick release on the RPO. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
The Pirates pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off play action on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it on the outside. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Touchdown Pirates! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. An 84-yard drive there, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to pass, it's Simon. Got a man, it's Jones. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. Turns it loose. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards. He's in the zone right now.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clark. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on third and goal. Motion from the wideout. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Who gives a hoop? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. Right down the boulevard. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wide open downfield. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Turning it on. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pucks it out of the air. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Trying to punch it in. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
A couple things I loved about this defense. They didn't get deterred. They gave up some yards, got all the way down here near the goal line, but now bowing their necks up. Big stop on third down, forcing a fourth down opportunity ahead.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Simon. Not able to hook up here, incomplete.
Man, you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger, and you could tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Simon. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown Owls! Quick strike through the air for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Nifty little juke, and he's out to the 37 before he stopped. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Pirates come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To throw, it's Hauser. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Second down, he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Simon. Got his man. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and that I can get them the ball and they can make something happen. He's one of those guys. That's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding, got to have a score. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand.